Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be going over everything that is going on this week in Fallout 76, along with what to do before the next update, that being the Gleaming Depths update. So, really quickly, number one, we're going to go over everything going on this week. So, obviously, tomorrow is going to be the release of the Gleaming Depths update for Fallout 76. I've mentioned it on the channel before. People like Uranium Fever, DTD Gamer, Fargassier, they have some really in-depth guides going over everything that was added with those updates. All that we're going to talk about regarding that later in the video is just some of the main things that are going to be added and some thoughts you might want to have in preparation of those things being, well, added. But what is going on this week? It's like the third time I've said this now. Number one, we're going to have the end of the mutated events on December 5th, so that will be Wednesday. Moving on from there, this weekend, December 5th until December 9th, December 5th is actually Thursday, I apologize, we're going to be having the Treasure Hunter return to Appalachia. I don't think it was too long ago that the Treasure Hunter was here, so it's not like we haven't seen them in quite some time, but there are some semi-new plans from the Treasure Hunters that you guys might want to pick up, or at least consider playing. And then on top of that, we do have Minerva at Fort Atlas this week, and she's here until the 11th, I believe it is, that being December 11th. I could be wrong on that, but that's what's going on this week in the game. Now, why am I here at this cesspool of a place? Well, this looks a lot like the Gleaming Depths update. It's going to look a lot like this with the ultracite ore and a lot of underground and mining and big green, scary, radioactive things. So I thought it would be a decent place to start the video. But I'm noticing that the, radioactive geysers here are a little loud. So I'm thinking I'm going to move maybe just slightly down here a little bit and give you guys a change of scenery while we talk about some things you can do to prepare for the upcoming update. So number one, I'm just going off of stuff that is going to be added and just my thoughts on them. So number one, the new season, the Scientific Forge, is going to be Enclave themed. So if you guys are Enclave enjoyers, as you know it is called there on the internet, or if you're just a fan of the Enclave, be sure to look in the store right now. As we talked about last week, there was a really good Enclave bundle. There's going to be a bunch of Enclave things, not only for your character, but for your camp, for, a whole bunch of stuff. So be ready for that. If you are an Enclave fan, tomorrow is your day. All right, moving on from there. New camp pets. It seems like there's two of them that are going to be in the new season pass. The first off being the Bombay Cat, which is a black cat, and then next off being the White German Shepherd, which is a white German Shepherd. Pretty much just white dog meat, if you wanted to know what it actually looked like. There are pictures of those online, but those are going to be part of the season pass. I'm not sure what rank it is that you unlock them at, if you really have to work too hard to unlock them, but you should keep that in mind. So the little, prepare for your pets. Don't have your camp on the edge of a cliff so these pets can fall off, and something cool that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be assembling all my pets. They have the goldfish, they have the owlet, the bird in the cage, all that. I'm going to have a whole little animal sanctuary in my camp, so remember those. You can kind of assemble all your pets like the Avengers in a sense. Moving on from there, though, we do have a new weapon being added called the Tesla Cannon. This is a new heavy energy weapon, very similar to the Fat Man, except it consumes fusion cells. Energy fusion cells. Kind of the same thing there, aren't they? But anyways, the tip that I want to have on this is making sure that you're stocking up on fusion cells, because one round from the Tesla Cannon consumes 5 fusion cell shots. So do the math there. If you're going to fire 3 shots, it'll be 15 rounds. Bottom line, stock up on your fusion cells if you do plan on using the Tesla Cannon, and I think everybody should. It's going to be an awesome new weapon. All right, aside from that, new perk changes. In the description below, I'm going to have a link to an Inside the Vault article going over the new perks and their changes. It seems like there's a lot of buffs and debuffs to a lot of perks that you might have equipped in your loadout. So I'm going to leave that article down below. It would take way too long to explain all of that in a video. So what I'm going to have you do, hit that link and just cross-reference it with the perks that you have equipped. If you need to make changes, make those changes accordingly. Hopefully that makes sense. Once again, check in the description below for that article. Moving on from there, what else do we have? 4-star legendaries. Pretty straightforward. 4-star legendaries. I was trying to research how you get them. It looks like the raids, which is going to be a new massive element to the Gleaming Depths update. The raids, again, they're going to be where you get those 4-star legendary effects. Again, not too well versed on it. Tomorrow when the update comes out and I do the raid, I'll have a total video going over all of it and what rewards you get, and we'll figure it out then. But I don't know. I couldn't find a definite answer that really worked for me, so that's still kind of up in the air. Maybe one of you guys could answer that in the comments down below. Moving on from there, weapon buffs, majority for melee weapons. So if you are a melee weapon user, consider getting your melee weapons together, mod them, do what you got to do, because there are going to be some new buffs and debuffs coming out for melee weapons. Majority buffs, to be honest, and of course there's more buffs and debuffs for other weapons as well. But just check your weapons out, look at the link that I have in the description, cross-reference your gear with what's on there, and see what you need to do to prepare. Moving on from there, player titles, nothing too crazy. Just remember, there's new player titles going to be coming in. If you guys played Helldivers 2 at all, very similar to that, like Super Citizen or Star Citizen or whatever. These little titles just above your player name. So nothing too crazy, nothing to prepare for, but just a little bit of a reminder if you had forgotten. On top of that, we also have a new Plasma Core Recharger. If you are somebody that tends to use Plasma Cores, this is a great opportunity for you. Make sure that you stack up on them if you do not have enough of them now, or go out and buy them before it drops tomorrow. It is part of the new season pass, so I doubt you're going to have it immediately, but still prepare for it, as with all of these other things. And guys, I do believe that is it. One other thing I can say is, of course, stack up on script, stack up on gold, stack up on caps, all of that. There's going to be a bunch of new things that are going to be added, rewards, plans, recipes, weapons, you know it. And people are going to be selling it, that be NPC vendors or players, and you want to make sure that you have enough currency to combat and be able to buy all that. But speaking of combat, make sure you have enough ammo, make sure your weapons are repaired, your armor's repaired, and all set up for tomorrow, because, man, these raids are going to be tough. It requires a lot of teamwork, and I am just excited to see it. I'm losing my voice for some reason. Like, progressively through this video, I've been, slowly losing my voice. I have no idea what's going on, but hopefully some of these things were some good advice for you guys. I'm currently getting shot at when the Scorch hit you with that dollar store shotgun round. Don't you have to reload? You fired 4 shots already. What do you have, the cold shoulder? All right, little Fallout joke for you there, folks. But that is going to be it. If you have any advice to leave for your fellow Appalachians in the comments below, be sure to, leave it down below. And that is all that I have for you guys today. I'll be back tomorrow with a bunch of videos covering the new Gleaming Depths update, and I will leave it at that. As always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.